you very much. We have Urash of Play Stitch. We have Eve Pawns. So yeah, it's that's what makes it kind of fun, and you got to kind of move fast.
It's good. It's good practice. It's good to brush off the rust. So even though the pace,
I don't think I have any rust.
Right? It's been so quick. You're right. So you said the pace of play is different, but is it still comparable to a normal NBA game? Even though it's faster, can you still see how success in summer league will translate to the NBA pace?
I don't know if we want to go that far. I think it can for certain players, right? I think you can give confidence to a dude like Hunter Tyson. I think you could give confidence to Colin Gillespie and Peyton Watson. But as far as that turning into actual Denver Nuggets wins, I don't know. But it's an interesting experiment. And we're about ready to go here, bro. So whatever you want to do. And by the way, I don't have the reads pulled up, so you might want to email those to me again.
All right, on-air producing. We'll just stay right here. I'll pass you those reads, and whenever we go to tip, it's all you. Do you need me to play the Beastie Boys so we get into our normal rhythm? Give you a little.
Oh yeah, we have 45 seconds left, Nelly. So whenever you're ready to go, I'm ready to go.
All right, sounds good. Then I'll play some music, and we'll kick it over to the voice of your Denver Nuggets, Jason Kosmiski.
Greetings, Nuggets fans, far and wide. With Steve Nelson in the NBA Tonight studios, I'm thinking Mark Bertinoli's there. I'm Jason Kosmiski coming to you live from the Cox Pavilion in Las Vegas, Nevada. And this is Denver Nuggets Summer League 2K24 basketball. Tonight, the Denver Nuggets take on the Atlanta Hawks. The Denver starting lineup will be Julian Strawther, Peyton Watson, Ismail Kamgate, Jalen Pickett, and Colin Gillespie. For the Hawks, it'll be Griffin, Gay, Cavangeli, Martin, and Bufkin. The tap is controlled by Atlanta, and they will move it right to left here. This will be the Nuggets' second Summer League game of the night. Inside the arc is Angeli. Dribble handoff back behind him over to Bufkin. Bufkin throws it on the left side. He gets it off to Griffin. Griffin back over to Bufkin in a three. Jumper's no good. Rebound fought for and grabbed by Atlanta. So chance for second chance opportunities here. Bufkin has it at the point. He goes to the right hand, gets in the lane on Colin Gillespie, and the jumper's up and in. And Atlanta cracks the scoreboard first. They're on top here 2-0. Back the other way comes Denver. Strawther down the lane. Layup won't go. Got his own rebound and then lost it out of bounds. Last touch by Denver. And that'll be Atlanta basketball coming back the other way. And here we go. The inbound goes off over to Kobe Bufkin. Bufkin has it up the right sideline. He gets a pick from Griffin. Gets a better one from Gay. Throws it back over to Bufkin. Bufkin goes to the right hand. His pass deflected and stolen by Denver. Breakaway Peyton Watson. Dog! Left-handed tomahawk. Nuggets tied up with 2 points apiece. Quickly the other way comes Atlanta. Again, this pace is fast and furious. Cavangeli has it. Back over behind him. Jump shot for three is on the way by Griffin. That one won't go. Rebound comes down to Gay. Outlet pass back off over to Bufkin. Denver's got to do a better job of hitting the glass. And now Kamgate and Cavangeli are mixing it up a little bit down low, and that'll be a foul against Denver. So that's the first foul on Kamagate. Inbound pass goes to Bufkin. He throws top of the key over to Martin. Martin gets double teamed for a moment. Back out of it to Bufkin. Deep three. Jumpers off the back of the rim and no good. Another offensive rebound for Atlanta. And the putback is up and in by A.J. Griffin Jr. Denver basketball coming back the other way. Pickett has it. Dribble handoff over to Gillespie. Gillespie throws on the left side over to Peyton Watson. Kamagate comes out for a pick. Peyton gets down the lane, whistle, and a travel called on Peyton Watson, and a turnover here for Denver. Denver had problems with taking care of the basketball in game number one, especially in that third quarter. You could make an argument that's why they lost that basketball game. Here comes Bufkin the other way here for Atlanta. He's guarded by Colin Gillespie. He brings it back out over to the point, throws it on the left side over to Griffin. Griffin driving a kick. Three-pointers on the way by Cavangeli. That one won't go. Rebound comes down to Colin. Outlet pass in the front court over to Strother. Strother down the lane, and he got fouled, and he will go to the free throw line. So that'll be free throws coming up here for Julian Strother, 6'7" player out of Gonzaga. 29th overall pick, 15 points, but just 4 of 11 3-point field goals on threes in the Vegas opener against Milwaukee. Selected with a pick that was acquired from Indiana in a trade up on draft day. Denver also got the number 32 pick, while Indiana got number 40 this season, and Denver's 2024 first rounder. Second free throw is up and in. Back the other way comes Bufkin, puts on the Jets. He gets down the lane, throws it off over to Cavangeli. Jumper for three. Reynolds in. Nicely done. Oh, I'm sorry, that was Mohamed Gay that actually knocked that one down. Gillespie has it on the left side over to Peyton Watson. Watson dribble handoff behind him. Back on top to Gillespie. He goes to the right hand, shoots a three. Jumpers up and in. That's a good sign right there. Colin did not shoot it very well in game number one. Bufkin has it quickly the other way here for Atlanta. He throws it off over in the corner to Gay again. Jumper for three, and he knocked it home again. Mohamed Gay, 2 3-pointers in a row, and 7 minutes are left now in the first quarter. Gillespie has it off over to Peyton Watson. He has a dribble handoff. He gets it off behind him over to Strother for three. That one's off the back of the rim and no good. Rebound comes down to Bufkin. Bufkin has it at the point. He gets it back on a throwback. Bufkin lost the basketball. Steal for Gillespie. Outlet pass off over to Pickett. Pickett has it. Throws it down low. Layup. Strother's up and in. Nuggets lead up by a point. They're on top here now, 11-10. Back the other way comes Atlanta. I'm sorry, it's 10-9 Atlanta. Griffin has it at the point. Griffin guarded by Peyton Watson. Throws it off inside the arc. Over to Gay. Gay has it. Dribble handoff behind him to Cavangeli. Jumper for three is short, no good. Long rebound, saved by Watson, but he gets it right to Griffin. Don't miss by Cavangeli, and that'll be a foul on Denver. And Cavangeli hit the ground hard. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up for him. That's Fiondu Cavangeli. 6'10" player out of Florida State, 25 years young, 27th overall pick in 2019 by Brooklyn. He's the lone Atlanta starter to shoot straight on Friday. 13 points, 4 of 6 shooting, and 3 of 3 from downtown was Cavangeli. Free throw number 1 for him is on the way, and that one misses. I jinxed him. Spent majority of last year with the Maine Celtics in the G League, where he led the team in field goal percentage at 60%, rebounds, and blocks. Second free throw for Cavangeli. That one's off the back of the rim and no good. Rebound, Peyton Watson tapped it out of bounds, and Denver turns it over again. Another crack on offense here for Atlanta. And Gay will trigger it in. Nope. He gets taken off the line here by Rufkin. And the inbound goes to Cavangeli. He hands it off back behind him. Over to Bufkin. Bufkin turns the corner. He gets to the baseline. Jumper's on the way. Short, no good. Whistle and a foul on the rebound. Whistled against Denver, I believe. And that's going to be on Kamgate and a timeout call by the Denver Nuggets. 5:56 left to go in the first quarter. It'll be Atlanta basketball when we come back in a moment. Nuggets are down by a point, 10-9 on the Altitude Radio Network.
Texting privacy policy and terms and conditions posted at textplan.us. Texting enrolls for recurring automated text marketing messages. Message and data rates may apply. Reply stop, opt out. Go to nomoredraftywindows.com for full offer details.
Attention all homeowners. Do you know when to replace your windows? Feeling too hot or cold? It's time to replace. Fog between the glass? Time to replace. Spending too much on expensive energy that literally goes out the window? It's definitely time to replace. If you've put off replacing windows in your home because it's too expensive, here's great news. You can now get a free in-home window consultation and free price quote from Renewal by Andersen, the company with the most 5-star reviews among leading full-service window replacement companies. And right now you can save $359 off every window and $887 off every door. Just text DOOR to 200-300 for your free consultation on top quality affordable windows or patio doors for $0 down, 0 payments, and 0 interest for a year. That's right, you don't pay a dime for an entire year. Plus save $359 off every window and $887 off every door. But hurry, these big dollar savings end this month. Text DOOR to 200-300 right now. Text the word DOOR to 200-300. Don't wait, text DOOR to 200-300.
The growth of Rad Diversified has been incredible. My name's Dutch Mendenhall, CEO and co-founder at Rad Diversified. While the market continues to plummet, we continue to deliver incredible results for our investors through our diverse and lucrative portfolio of real estate and cash flowing investment. In less than 3 years, the value at Rad REIT has more than doubled. See what makes us rad at raddiversified.com today. That's RAD diversified.com.
Live from Las Vegas, you're listening to Denver Nuggets NBA Summer League action on Altitude Sports Radio.
It'll be Atlanta basketball, 5:56 left to go here in the first quarter. I can't promise much, but I do have Stan and Josh Kroenke just off to my left, along with Coach Malone. They're all sitting here courtside. Maybe I can get one of these guys on the horn to do a little interview. Malone goes, I'm a little hoarse. We'll get him. Don't you worry, man. All right, here we go. Gay looks in. He throws it in on top over to Martin. Martin left side now back over to Bufflin. Bufflin goes to the left hand. He dribbles it on Kumgate. Blocked by Kumgate at the rim. Loose ball comes down to Strother. Strother has it across the timeline. Dribble handoff. Gillespie to 3. Got it again. That's 2 in a row for CG. That a kid? He's a middle-of-the-bus guy. One of my favorites. Buffkin has it on the high left side. 5.5 left to go now in the first quarter. Buffkin throws it off, gets it right back. He goes to the left side, throws it back behind him to Krejci. Krejci back behind him. And they get it down low. And the layup by Cavangeli no good. Cavangeli no good, and a foul called on Denver. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up for him. Fiondu Cavangeli. And, folks, I'm going to screw up some names, so you better just start getting used to that. Cavangeli to the free throw line. When he played at Florida State University, he led the team in points, blocks, and field goals in 18 and 19. 2018 and 19, missed the first free throw despite never starting a game. Was named ACC Sixth Man of the Year for his efforts. His NBA Hall of Famer and former Hawk Dikembe Mutombo is his uncle, former Nugget as well as you know. Gillespie has it across the timeline. Collins 2 for 2 from downtown. Right side is catch and go, Peyton Watson. Travel call there. And that'll be Atlanta basketball coming back the other way. Hunter Tyson into the game now. He had an excellent game for Denver back in game number 1. And here comes Buffkin. Buffkin has it across the timeline. He gets a high pick there. He moves off of that, throws it left side over to Krejci. Krejci down the lane. Kick out 3 in the corner is on the way. That one is nothing but net. Nicely done there by Tyrese Martin. Here comes Gillespie the other way here for Denver. He's up the right sideline, turns on the Jets, gets down the lane, falls down, kick out 3, Strother. That one misses short. Rebound comes down to Atlanta. Atlanta has it the other way. That's Gay. Gay has it top of the key now over to Martin. Martin goes to the right hand, throws it down low to Gay. Turnaround hook shot up, in, and a foul on Denver.
Foul number 4, Hunter Tyson.
That's going to be on Hunter Tyson. And here comes Muhammad Gay back to the free throw line here for Atlanta. Played 2 years at Washington State, 39th overall pick by Charlotte. Free throw coming up for him. Started at center on Friday, going 10 points and 5 rebounds. And 1 free throw for him is up and in. And 4 of those, by the way, were offensive. And here comes Colin Gillespie again for Denver. Gillespie has it across the timeline. He throws it top of the key over to Strother. Back over to Gillespie. Gillespie, stutter step and a drive. He's in the paint, leans in, reverse side. Layup, blocked by Buffkin. And then he saves it from going out of bounds right over to Krejci. And then Gillespie taps it out of his hands and out of bounds, coming back the other way. So that'll be Atlanta basketball on the side. And here we go. Gay looks in. He throws it in on top over to Tyrese Martin. Back behind him over to Buffkin. Buffkin, bottom part of the midcourt circle. They jump him on the pick and roll. Top of the key, Martin. He'll take a tough three. That one misses. Rebound comes down to Kamgate. Kamgate has it across the timeline for Denver. Kamgate picks up his dribble. Throws back behind him over to Gillespie. He goes to the left hand. Shoots a three. That was good again. Hasn't hit iron once. Colin Gillespie is 3 for 3 from downtown in the first quarter. Buffkin has it the other way. He's on the high right side. Throws it in the paint. Now he gets it off over to Martin. Leans in. Layup no good, but a foul called on Denver, and he will go to the free throw line. Oh, they're going to call an offensive foul on Atlanta instead. So that'll be Denver basketball coming back the other way.
Back to the Hawks, number 10, Jarquel Twitter.
Backcourt pressure being applied here by
the
Atlanta Hawks. And here comes Colin Gillespie. He has it across the timeline. Gillespie's got the early hot hand here for Denver. He's guarded by Joner. Gets a high pick there from Sims. Moves off of that. Throws it to Sims on the pick and pop. Back to Gillespie. Kick out, dump off, throw out. Back over to Sims for three. God, what ball movement by Denver. That's playing Nuggets basketball in the Summer League, people. And the Nuggets have the lead 18-17. Joner has it back behind him. He gets it right back on a throwback. He goes to the left hand. Dribble handoff. Back behind him over to Krejci. Now what? What they call? 3 second lane violation on Denver.
Three-second violation on number 4, Hunter Tyson.
That's going to be on Hunter Tyson.
AJ Griffin.
Free throws up and in for Griffin. And now, I believe, a timeout called by Atlanta. Well, there's a timeout on the floor anyway. 2:52 left to go in the first quarter. We're all square at 18 points apiece on the Altitude Radio Network.
The U.S. dollar has lost 85% of its value since the 70s when the dollar decoupled from gold, and the government seems bent on continuing the tradition. From now until after the next elections, the government can print as much money as they want. The last time they did that, inflation went up 9%. This means one thing. The security of your future and your family's future is all in your hands. Make sure you freeze the value of the wealth you're holding. Invest in gold with Noble Gold Investments. Gold is the one asset that has proven to withstand recession, inflation, and just about all economic threats. Noble Gold Investments is here to help you if you want to invest in gold. You'll also get a 24-karat 1/4 ounce gold standard coin for free. Just use the promo code GOLD. Go to NobleGoldInvestments.com now. NobleGoldInvestments.com. You can't go wrong with Noble Gold Investments.
The Dell Technologies Black Friday and July event starts now with limited quantity deals on top business PCs with Windows 11 Pro. Save on select Vostro laptops with built-in security features and select Latitude laptops with enhanced privacy, collaboration, and connectivity. Plus, get special financing with Dell Business Credit. Dell Technologies recommends Windows 11 Pro for business. Call a Dell Technologies advisor at 877-ASK-DELL. Offered to business customers by WebBank, who determines qualifications for and terms of credit.
Live from Las Vegas, you're listening to Denver Nuggets NBA Summer League action on Altitude Sports Radio.
Let's pause 10 seconds for legal ID on the Altitude Radio Network.
KKSE-FM Broomfield, Denver. This is Denver Nuggets NBA on Denver's official home for Nuggets basketball. Altitude Sports Radio 92.5.
Quick turnaround jump shot by Miles Norris out of the inbound. Breaks the tie, and Atlanta's back in the lead here by 2. Denver has it on the high right side. Peyton Watson top of the key over to Gillespie. Gillespie fake the handoff over to Strother. Now it's an ISO on the elbow. Gillespie's got the hot hand. Kicks it out over to Hunter Tyson. Deadly shooter. Gets down the lane. Banker. Good foul as well. And Hunter Tyson comes up flexing in the Summer League. He'll get an and one. If you don't know who Hunter Tyson is, you better stand up and recognize that was a great pick by Calvin Booth. 37th overall pick. It came via Oklahoma City. He's 5-year player out of Clemson. 21 of Denver's 27 points off the bench in game number 1. Taken with that pick acquired by Calvin Booth on Oklahoma City on draft day. Denver also got the 2024 first and second rounders. Oklahoma City got Denver's 2029 first round pick. Now a whistle off the ball. That'll be a foul on Denver. And I believe that's going to be on Cassius Stanley. Did not see him in game number 1. Played 1 year at Duke. Turns 24 on August 18th. And now it'll be Atlanta basketball on the side here. Inbound goes on top over to Joner. He lobs it inside the arc over to Krejci. Krejci, guarded by Cassius. Gets a high pick there. Moves off of that from the Miles pick. Tough 3 is on the way. That one is up and in. Nicely done there by A.J. Griffin Jr. And Atlanta's back in the lead by 3. Pickett has it top of the key over to Sims. Sims, dribble handoff over to Peyton Watson. He goes to the right hand. Picks up his dribble. Throws off behind him over to Pickett. Pickett, one-on-one, gets a pick from Sims. Throws it off in the corner over to Watson. Short clock. Tough 2. Good for Peyton Watson. And the Nuggets are within 1. It's 23-22. 90 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Joyner has it at the high right side. He's got it out there by Pickett. He goes to the right hand, now picked up by Tyson. Gets down the lane to Krejci. Reverse side layup is up and in. Nice burst of speed there by Krejci. Peyton Watson has it for Denver, coming back the other way. He's guarded by Krejci at the bottom part of the midcourt circle. High pick from Sims. Sims has a big body. Throws it left side to Hunter Tyson. Head fake. Great pass down low to Sims. The layup is up and in. Hunter Tyson's a player, man. Krejci has it. Throws it on the left side over to Joyner. Joyner goes to the left hand, shoots a 3. That one misses short. Rebound comes down to Cassius. Stanley. Stanley has it across the timeline. Whips it left side over to Peyton Watson. Top of the key now, Sims. Dribble handoff over to Pickett. And a foul whistled against Joyner. Now into the game is Mark Smith for Denver. I've been waiting to watch this kid play. 3 years he played at Missouri, 1 year at Kansas State, 6'5" guard. Did not play the first time around for Denver in game number 1. And here we go. Smith looks in. He throws it on top over to Hunter Tyson. Top of the key to Sims, back over to Smith. Smith goes to the right hand. Now to the left hand, gets down the lane, kick out 3, Stanley. Good! Nuggets lead it by 2, 27-25. Boy, for a summer league game, this is pretty high scoring. Here comes Joyner. He walks it to the midcourt circle. Difference between game and shot clock, 1.3 seconds. Joyner has it. He goes to the left hand. He gets a high pick there, moves off of that, forces his way in the paint. Hook shot is up, no good. Rebound comes down to Smith. 2 seconds left. Over to Tyson, 3. At the half-court line, and he misses, and we are through 1 quarter of play. Nuggets lead the Hawks 27-25. We'll take a timeout. Second quarter comes up next on the Altitude Radio Network.
Bassett calls his own number. Head out to Dick's Sporting Goods Park to watch the Colorado Rapids this summer, as they host some of Major League Soccer's biggest opponents. You won't want to miss any of the action.
Rubio Effers tucks it to the right of Marcinkowski. Diego Rubio says, thank you very much.
Get your tickets now for high-energy action at coloradorapids.com.
The growth at Rad Diversified has been incredible. My name's Dutch Mendenhall, CEO and co-founder at Rad Diversified. While the market continues to plummet, we continue to deliver incredible results for our investors through our diverse and lucrative portfolio of real estate and cash flowing investment. In less than 3 years, the value at Rad REIT has more than doubled. See what makes us rad at raddiversified.com today. That's RAD diversified.com.
Okay, next time you're at the store, I dare you to not think about the unmistakable fresh, clean scent of Irish Spring. Yeah, you heard me. I want you to resist picturing a shower filled with those sensational Irish Spring suds. And if you succeed, well, you got what my gramps used to call resolutitude. Not a real word, but let's be honest, you're probably going to end up leaving with Irish Spring because of its irresistible scent and because you have zero resolutitude. Pick up Irish Spring at Walmart today.
Live from Las Vegas, you're listening to Denver Nuggets NBA Summer League action on Altitude Sports Radio.
Jason Kosminski back with you in Vegas. My pleasure to welcome him, a friend of the program. I've been knowing this guy since he was 18 years old when he played at Missouri. Josh Kroenke visits with us on the airwaves here. We'll get to the play-by-play when it matters. But, Josh, I remember a long time ago, we got to do things right so we can get you a ring. You remember when you told me that? I don't know if you remember that.
Oh, I remember.
Dude, but
I remember.
I mean, just from your perspective, now, I mean, you've done this several times before. You've gone Avalanche, you've gone Mammoth, you've gone LA Rams. Arsenal almost won the Premier League title this year. It was close. But I mean, I know basketball is close to you and your dad's heart. How great was that experiment?
I mean, it was unbelievable, truly. I mean, I still sit around sometimes in disbelief and think about what we accomplished. It was a goal that we've had for a long time. I mean, you and I have had different conversations over the years.
For sure.
And, really, it was I knew we could do it. I didn't exactly know how we were going to do it initially. But, if we elongated our time frame and really tried to put a team together over a period of time, and it was piece by piece and through injuries, through everything else. And so, it was a journey with a really special group of people, and I'm really glad they finally accomplished their goal.
I've had 6,000 or so interviews, and the one thing that I keep coming back to, and I don't know if this was by design, I'm going to assume it was, to make you look good and Calvin look good, but the veteran leadership on this team, guys that don't even play. I'm talking about Jeff Green, DeAndre Jordan, Ish Smith, Reggie Jackson, how engaged they were, even though when they're not even getting any minutes. I mean, and KCP through that entire process.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think that's a testament to the culture that we've built over time.
Yeah.
Thinking back to when Coach Malone first came in 2015, we really talked about culture.
Right.
And, that was his first year was Nicola's rookie year. Jamal joined us a year later. And, to take it back, to that point in time, to your point that you made a few moments ago about DeAndre, about Jeff, about Ish Smith, about guys like that, by the time those guys arrived, they knew what the culture was, and they had to carry that forward. To look back to 2015, you're looking at guys like Jameer Nelson. You're looking at guys like Randy Foye.
Right.
Looking at guys like Paul Millsap. Those names were just as important to
Gary Harris.
Gary Harris.
Yeah.
And he was part of the original group. And so, those guys helped lay the foundations of culture for the guys like DeAndre, Ish, and Jeff, and KCP to come in. And they know what's expected at that point in time. And that was a culture that was about discipline. It was about, playing hard for your teammates and about trying to win.
By the way, all we've missed so far is 2 free throws made by Cassius Stanley. I'll let you know if something crazy happens. Krejci down the lane, and that guy's faster than I thought. And by the way, when we talk about Summer League, what's the goal here? I mean, is it I'm sure it's a lot of things. Evaluate players, see if they can help you this year, see if you want to keep them in your organization, and what kind of people and player they are?
Absolutely. I mean, to think where we are as a championship organization now, it starts with people and it starts with players. So you think back to when we drafted Nicola and Jamal and Michael and the other guys that are on our roster we acquired through the draft. Summer League was always going to be a big part of their development. I remember Nicola's first Summer League. You're not really sure what you're watching, but you see flashes of
that's so true.
Yeah, you see flashes of understanding the game. You see flashes of skill. You see mistakes because they're to be expected. They're learning how to play the game at the highest level. In Jamal's case, I remember him coming out, and I don't know if he played well his first game, but in the second game you saw a kind of a killer instinct, and he made a couple of really tough shots, and then he made a couple of really bad shots.
Right.
And so you're like, okay, like there's a side to him that when the going gets tough, he really meets the challenge, and I think that personality, those types of things, you start to know the personality of the player while they're on the court, in addition to the skill level that you're seeing. And they're going against guys their own age, guys that are trying to make names for themselves as opposed to just throwing them out there, in a regular NBA season. And so these guys get their feet under them. They get a chance to understand the rotations of an NBA offense, NBA defense. And nice shot. That's some of our draft picks.
There you go.
Yeah.
There, Pickett. So that ends a 4-2 run by the Hawks. So Denver's outscored them 5-4 in this quarter, and the Nuggets now lead it by 3. And here's one thing that Jamal, when we don't talk, but we trade texts a lot. And he's like, people forget, man, when me and Nicola were young bucks, I was backing up Emmanuel Mudiay and Jameer Nelson.
Yeah.
Jokic was backing up Yusuf Nurkic. And people that don't follow it think that, oh, well, they just put two guys good together. I mean, they had to go through the system, bro.
Oh, absolutely. Jamal came in, and we had some very talented guys ahead of him. We had just drafted Emmanuel the year prior.
Yeah.
And so there was, and we were looking to try to find guys that had a chance to possibly, be special. And so there was a lot of guys that we were cycling through at that time. Jamal's case, when players are young, I keep talking about flashes, them showing flashes of what they can do. And early on in Jamal's rookie year, following his successful summer league, I actually wasn't at the game, but I was out. I was going at a friend's wedding, and I was following the game on my phone. And I think Jamal had like 8 threes in the first half of one of the games.
Oh yeah.
And so those little moments where they're, you're not sure if they're going to stick, but they obviously have the skill level to do it at the the highest level of competition, and can they do that consistently? And so those little steps where they show flashes, can those flashes become more consistent, and that consistency develop into a player that can really compete to come playoff time? And that's what Jamal and Nicola do better than ever.
In the spirit of Summer League, let me ask you a couple of handicap questions here.
Oh boy, the tough ones.
Why do I already love Hunter Tyson?
Guys have good basketball IQ. Knows how to play, sets his game up around his jump shot. And when you're drafting where we are at the end of the first round,
right?
We're looking for certain types of guys that know how to play, and especially know how to play with guys that are on our roster with our style of passing, of cutting, of ball movement. And he's a guy that our guys identified during the draft. High basketball IQ, knows how to play, and he showed it in first game.
Well, we have a timeout here, Josh. So you helped me kill 6 minutes of games where I don't know the opposition at all. So,
Kaz, you did wonderful. You did wonderful, Kaz.
Thank you so much for the time, man. I appreciate you.
Absolutely,
man.
My pleasure.
All right, we'll see you tonight. We'll take by the way, in case you were curious about the score, Nuggets are on top here by 35-34 on the Altitude Radio Network.
It's a barn burner.
Privacy policy and terms and conditions posted at textplan.us. Texting airport enrolls for recurring automated text marketing messages. Message and data rates may apply. Reply stop, opt out.
Morning, you're heading to the airport?
Yep, I like the car. How long have you been a rideshare driver?
About 3 years. I enjoy it.
Isn't it hard to make money with the price of gas being so high?
Not for me. I use Upside, the free app that gives you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait a minute. You get real money back when you get gas with the Upside app?
Yes, I get real cash back every time I get gas.
Does that actually add up?
I'll make around $200 to $300.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the Upside app now.
Earn cash back every time you buy gas. Text airport to 200-300 for an exclusive link to download the free Upside app and get an extra 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. Cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just text airport to 200-300 to download the free Upside app and get an extra 25 cents per gallon bonus. Text the word airport to 200-300. Text airport to 200-300.
The Dell Technologies Black Friday and July event starts now with limited quantity deals on top business PCs with Windows 11 Pro. Save on select Vostro laptops with built-in security features and select Latitude laptops with enhanced privacy, collaboration, and connectivity. Plus, get special financing with Dell Business Credit. Dell Technologies recommends Windows 11 Pro for business. Call a Dell Technologies advisor at 877-ASK-DELL. Offered to business customers by WebBank, who determines qualifications for and terms of credit.
Live from Las Vegas, you're listening to Denver Nuggets NBA Summer League action on Altitude Sports Radio.
Hey, gang, check out VSiN, the sports betting network on Altitude 950 AM. Get daily analysis, news, picks, and more from your friends at VSiN. And if you want to become a smarter sports bettor, become a VSiN subscriber for full access to betting guides, articles, and daily picks sent to your inbox at vsin.com/subscribe. It'll be Denver basketball. Pickett's floater's good, not going to count. Foul first on the floor, whistled against Atlanta. Nuggets on top here, 35-34. I thought it was going to be high scoring, but it changed direction here in the beginning of the second quarter. And here we go. Pickett looks in. No outlets. He's got to call a timeout. Smart play. So he saves the possession, but now we have another break in the action with 5:26 left to go in the first half. Nuggets lead by a point on the Altitude Radio Network.
What if you could build a six-figure retirement income with almost half the money saved? You heard that right. Get a discount on your retirement, creating a six-figure income with 40% less than traditional 401ks and mutual funds. Hi, I'm Brett Kitchen, best-selling author and star in a new Hollywood documentary called The Baby Boomer Dilemma. In this film, economists and Nobel Prize-winning PhDs from Wharton, MIT, and Stanford share a strange concept I call the retirement discount. It gives you more retirement income with the same dollars saved, and your money is never at risk if the market crashes. That's right. If the market crashes 30%, you lose nothing. Even people who are on track have shifted money to this new strategy because it increases their retirement income or can allow them to stop working years sooner. So if you're over 50 and want a bigger, better retirement with less money, call to get a free copy of this brand new movie, The Baby Boomer Dilemma, at 1-800-506-2020. This is a $30 value, but when you call today, you'll get it completely free, plus 2 hours of bonus behind-the-scenes footage. I'll even cover shipping and handling, no credit card required. So don't delay, call right now, 1-800-506-2020. That's 1-800-506-2020, 1-800-506-2020.
Fresh produce is the best produce. That's why at King Soopers, we invest in local farmers to bring you the freshest seasonal picks. So no matter how you shop, your local produce always tastes 100% fresh, or you get a 100% refund, guaranteed. King Soopers, fresh for everyone.
Our summer festival continues with a great deal on bone-in, whole-and-bag pork shoulder roast. They're buy one, get one free with your card. King Soopers, fresh for everyone.
Live from Las Vegas, you're listening to Denver Nuggets NBA Summer League action on Altitude Sports Radio.
It'll be Denver basketball on the side. 14 seconds on the shot clock. Colin Gillespie will trigger it in here for Denver. He throws it in on top over to Strother, back over to Gillespie, turns the corner with the left hand, alley-oop down low, and it's broken up nicely by Atlanta. Quickly the other way come the Hawks. Joyner has it at the point, gets a big pick there by Cabin-Gelly. Jumper for three by Lundy won't go, and the rebound comes down to Peyton Watson. Watson has it across the timeline here for Denver. Dribble handoff back behind him over to Pickett. Pickett for three. Short, no good. Rebound comes down to Martin. Martin has it at the bottom part of the midcourt circle, guarded by Gillespie. Gets a pick from Cabin-Gelly, throws it to him. Left side now, Joyner. Joyner back in the corner over to Gay for three. That was short. Long rebound. Comes out over to Strother. Strother has it across the timeline. Gillespie head fake on the three, but he traveled. That's actually a good call by the young lady in the black pants and the gray shirt. And that'll be Atlanta's basketball coming back the other way. As it is often in Summer League, turnovers can be an issue. And here we go. Here comes Joyner. Joyner walks it across the timeline, guarded by Gillespie. He gets a high pick there. Doesn't use it from Gay. Now top of the key is Tyrese Martin. Martin goes to the left hand. Euro step. Tough, too. Jumper's good. And a foul as well on Denver. I'm not sure about that whistle.
Foul number 24, Jalen Pickett.
That's going to be on Jalen Pickett. Hawks lead at 36-35, and Tyrese Martin to the free throw line here. And one free throw for him is short and no good. And back the other way comes Denver. Here comes Strother. Strother, quick floater in the paint. Dumped home by Sims. Or is that Kamagate? It's Kamagate, I beg your pardon. Kamagate knocked that thing home. He cleaned up the trash. Back the other way is Martin. He throws it left side over to Joyner. Nuggets back in the lead by a point. Joyner throws it inside the arc to Gay. Whistle and a travel call on Gay.
Back to the Hawks. Kobe Buffkin and A.J. Griffin.
Kobe Buffkin back in the game. A.J. Griffin back in the game now for Atlanta. Lundy and Joyner will have a rest. And here we go. Pickett gets it into Gillespie. Gillespie has it across the timeline. Top of the key to Kamagate. Kamagate hands it out behind him to Watson. Head fake and a drive. Layup good. Good speed there by Peyton Watson. Nuggets lead it by 3. Less than 4 minutes to go in the first half. Buffkin has it across the timeline. Got it out there by Pickett. And the ball's picked off, but not being able to run it down is Strother. Quickly the other way comes Atlanta. Martin has it. Baseline jumper. Good. Gillespie has it the other way here for Denver. Gillespie whips it on the right side over to Strother. Back on top to Gillespie. Gillespie, high pick there from Kamagate. Gets down the lane. Throws back behind him over to Strother for 3. Jumper rattles out. Rebound down to Cabin-Gelly. Outlet pass up on the right side. And what do we have here? That was completely away from the play. Is that a blood timeout?
Infection control.
It's a blood timeout. Yeah, he got smacked, his head smacked on the ground. So they technically have 30 seconds to check him out and make sure that he can stay in the game, but doesn't look like he's going to. Hunter Tyson is going to come back in here for Denver. Yeah, they're checking at him on the bench with Strother. Inbound goes over to Martin. Martin has it. High left side over to A.J. Griffin. He goes to the left hand. He gets down the lane. He's at the dotted line. Leans in. Layup blocked by Kamagate. Loose ball tapped. And a foul on a rebound on a scramble play. Says number 32 in the black pants and gray shirt. That's going to be on Peyton Watson. And Gay will look in. Less than 3 minutes to go in the first half. Gay. Pass deflected and out of bounds by Hunter Tyson. Right at Coach Malone. Good thing he was paying attention. And here we go. Gay looks in. He throws it in on top. Over to Griffin. Griffin back behind him to Buffkin. Buffkin turns the corner. And he gets tripped up on his way to the rim. And that'll be Atlanta basketball on the side. Remember, you get 10 fouls in Summer League, so until the championship game. I mean, I could play at that rate. Inbound goes over to Martin. Half court area. Griffin has it. Back over to Martin. Wow, deep three. Knocked it home. Sheesh. 41-39. And Atlanta back in the lead here by 2. And here we go. Here comes Colin Gillespie. Gillespie has 3 3-pointers in the basketball game already here in the first half. Top of the key, he gets it off to Kamagate. Kamagate, dribble handoff behind him to Peyton Watson. Goes to the left hand, jump shot. Hit glass only. Rebound down to Gay. Outlet pass off over to Bufkin in the front court. Bufkin gets it back. 3-pointer, good again. That's a 6-0 run. And all of a sudden, Atlanta's up on nickel, 44-39. Gillespie walks it across the timeline, throws it on the left side over to Pickett. Pickett, left side over to Peyton Watson. Watson goes to the right hand. Looks like he wants a deal. Step back 10-footer, jumper good for Peyton Watson. Nuggets down a nickel. I'm sorry, by 3, 44-41. Bufkin has it up the right sideline. He's got it out there by Gillespie. He throws top of the key over to Gay, back over to Bufkin. Bufkin working against Gillespie, shoots a step back 3. That one's good. Man, they are shooting lights out from downtown. Denver down by a half a dozen, 47-41. Gillespie has it on the high right side. He brings it back out over to the left, turns the corner. Now puts on the Jets, gets down the lane, blocked out of bounds by Cavangeli. And then Cavangeli gets in Gillespie's face. What's that all about, bro? This is Summer League. Strother's head is fixed, so he's back in the lineup now for Denver. And here we go. Gillespie looks in. 9 on the shot clock. Inbound to Peyton Watson. Goes to the left hand. Fade away. Air ball. Rebound comes down to Bufkin. Bufkin has it the other way. He shoves Watson out of the way. Gets down the lane. Blocked at the rim by Strother. Oh, man. Get that weak shot out of here. Griffin floater putback won't go. Rebound comes down to Denver and Kamagate. Outlet pass off over to Gillespie. Gillespie has it on the high right side. He brings it back over to the left hand, gets to the dotted line, throws out of it. Pickett, left side, Strother, 3. Short, no good. Rebound comes down to Atlanta, and here comes Martin the other way. Martin, crossover move, can't get past Peyton Watson. Difference between game and shot clock, about 10 seconds. Martin has it. One-on-one with Peyton Watson. He's just left in the midcourt circle. He gets a high pick, moves off of that, goes again. It's all Martin. Tough 2, good. 10 seconds left here for Denver, and Colin doesn't look very urgent. Now 8, he's across the timeline with 6. Colin goes to the right hand, 2. Colin tried to draw a foul at the horn, didn't get the whistle, and we are done with the first half. Atlanta leads the Denver Nuggets by the Ocho, 49-41. We'll take a timeout. Halftime show comes up next on the Altitude Radio Network.
Texting privacy policy and terms and conditions posted at textplan.us. Texting enrolls for recurring automated text marketing messages. Message and data rates may apply. Reply stop to opt out. Go to nomoredraftywindows.com for full offer details.
Attention all homeowners. Do you know when to replace your windows? Feeling too hot or cold? It's time to replace. Fog between the glass. Time to replace. Spending too much on expensive energy that literally goes out the window? It's definitely time to replace. If you've put off replacing windows in your home because it's too expensive, here's great news. You can now get a free in-home window consultation and free price quote from Renewal by Andersen, the company with the most 5-star reviews among leading full-service window replacement companies. And right now you can save $359 off every window and $887 off every door. Just text DOOR to 200-300 for your free consultation on top quality affordable windows or patio doors for $0 down, 0 payments, and 0 interest for a year. That's right, you don't pay a dime for an entire year. Plus save $359 off every window and $887 off every door. But hurry, these big dollar savings end this month. Text DOOR to 200-300 right now. Text the word DOOR to 200-300. Don't wait, text DOOR to 200-300.
If you have Health First Colorado,
Colorado's Medicaid program, or Child Health Plan Plus, also known as CHIP, eligibility reviews are resuming. Have you changed your phone number or email address in the last 3 years? Have you moved? It's important we're able to reach you. Go to keepcocovered.com to learn how to update your contact information. Get notified when it's your time to renew by updating your communication preferences. Some members will be automatically renewed. Others will receive renewal paperwork that must be completed, signed, and returned right away. If you need help completing your paperwork, contact your county Human Services Department. Don't risk a gap in your health coverage. Learn more at keepcocovered.com. Brought to you by the Department of Healthcare Policy and Financing and the Colorado Broadcasters Association. Live from Las Vegas, you're listening to Denver Nuggets NBA Summer League action on Altitude Sports Radio.
Welcome to your Denver Nuggets Summer League halftime report. I'm your friendly neighborhood producer, Steve Nelson, rocking with you here in the NBA Tonight studios. And at halftime, the Atlanta Hawks have an 8-point lead over the Denver Nuggets. Atlanta 49, Denver 41. It's hard to believe we're playing basketball already. It was just 3 weeks ago that Larry O'Brien made his inaugural visit to Denver and we had a parade. And now the boys are back in Sin City hooping again. So why don't we run through some of these highlights from the first half? This is the second Summer League game for your Denver Nuggets. They lost their first match with the Milwaukee Bucks back on Friday. So they're back on the court at Cox Pavilion in Vegas, taking on Atlanta. And you know who was the star of the first quarter? It was not CP3. It was Colin Gillespie with the three.
All right, here we go. Gay looks in. He throws it in on top over to Martin. Martin left side now back over to Bufflin. Bufflin goes to the left hand. He dribbles in on Kumgate. Blocked by Kumgate at the rim. Loose ball comes down to Strother. Strother has it across the timeline. Dribble handoff. Gillespie in the three. Got it again. That's 2 in a row for CG. That a kid? He's a middle of the buff guy. One of my favorites.
Colin Gillespie was hot from beyond the arc. He went 3 for 3 from downtown in that first quarter.
Kumgate has it across the timeline for Denver. Kumgate picks up his dribble, throws back behind him over to Gillespie. He goes to the left hand, shoots a three. That was good again. Hasn't hit iron once. Colin Gillespie is 3 for 3 from downtown in the first quarter.
Man, that guy's going to be a problem next season. I'm very excited to see the future of one Colin Gillespie. And one thing that we look for in Summer League is development. How are the players going to look? Will they slot into the system of the team they're playing for? And already, we saw unselfish Nuggets basketball with good ball movement in this game.
And here comes Colin Gillespie. He has it across the timeline. Gillespie's got the early hot hand here for Denver. He's guarded by Joner. Gets a high pick there from Sims. Moves off of that. Throws it to Sims on the pick and pop. Back to Gillespie. Kick out, dump off, throw out. Back over to Sims for three. God, what ball movement by Denver. That's playing Nuggets basketball in the Summer League, people. And the Nuggets have the lead 18-17.
At the end of that quarter, Denver was up by 2, 27-25. And the Nuggets weren't only looking good on the offensive side of the court, they were also playing defense in the second quarter.
Rebound comes down to Bufkin. Bufkin has it the other way. He shoves Watson out of the way, gets down the lane. Blocked at the rim by Strother. Oh, man. Get that weak shot out of here.
Strother with the stuff. You love to see it. All right, second half is coming up next. Denver Nuggets got to put in some work to catch the Atlanta Hawks. And you'll hear the call next with Jason Kosmiski right here on Altitude Sports Radio.
Any jewelry store can sell you a diamond, but there's only one family jeweler in Colorado that was literally built on them. In fact, we've sold more diamonds to more couples for more years than any other jeweler in Denver. I'm Bruce Williams.
And I'm Steve Williams. That's why we built Williams Jewelers, 2 stores totally dedicated to celebrating your love.
All the world's top bridal designers, 10 times the certified loose diamonds at our diamond bar.
And Denver's true diamond experts who will share their knowledge and passion on how to get the most diamond for your money guaranteed.
So whether you're looking for the perfect diamond engagement ring
or that second diamond celebrating a love of many years,
we have the perfect diamond for you.
And that's why every day more couples say will you with Williams.
Williams Jewelers, we can make diamonds a part of your life.
Williams Jewelers, where Colorado shines. In Cherry Creek North on 3rd Avenue between Fillmore and Detroit, and in Inglewood at Broadway and Bellevue.
If you have Health First Colorado, Colorado's Medicaid program, or Child Health Plan Plus, also known as CHIP, eligibility reviews are resuming. Have you changed your phone number or email address in the last 3 years? Have you moved? It's important we're able to reach you. Go to keepcocovered.com to learn how to update your contact information. Get notified when it's your time to renew by updating your communication preferences. Some members will be automatically renewed. Others will receive renewal paperwork that must be completed, signed, and returned right away. If you need help completing your paperwork, contact your county Human Services Department. Don't risk a gap in your health coverage. Learn more at keepcocovered.com. Brought to you by the Department of Healthcare Policy and Financing and the Colorado Broadcasters Association.
Live from Las Vegas, you're listening to Denver Nuggets NBA Summer League action on Altitude Sports Radio.
Pretty special moment here at halftime. Halftimes are only 8 minutes long during Summer League. 2023 Tex Winter Assistant Coach Lifetime Impact Award winner was Brendan Malone. That, of course, is the father of head coach Michael Malone. And Michael Malone accepted the award on behalf of his dad, who couldn't make it, obviously, here to Summer League. And that was presented by Rick Carlisle. So Coach Michael Malone gave a little speech and honored his father. 2023 Tex Winter Assistant Coach Impact Award winner, Brendan Malone. So congratulations to the Malone family. It'll be Denver basketball to begin the second half. Here comes Jalen Pickett. Nuggets are down by 8 here. Pickett has it on the high left side. He goes to the left hand. Throws it off on top over to Gillespie. Right side back over to Sims. Jump shot for 3. Gillespie is up and in. And a foul as well. That'll be a 4-point play opportunity here for the Denver Nuggets and Colin Gillespie. Gillespie's played well. And I think he's only missed what? He's 4 of 7 shooting, 4 of 5 from downtown. Here's the and one free throw. And that one's up and in. So Colin's playing great here for Denver. He has 13 points in the basketball game. He's the only one in double figures for the Nuggets. Martin has it. Dribble handoff back behind him to Cabin-Gelly. Back over on the left side to Martin. Martin tough too. Jumper bank no good. Rebound down to Gillespie. Long outlet pass intended for Watson. They wanted a foul and didn't get it against Atlanta, so that'll be a turnover here for Denver. And here comes Bufkin. Bufkin has it across the timeline. He's guarded by Gillespie. Bufkin brings it back out, bottom part of the midcourt circle. He turns the corner, step back, tough 3. Jumper's good. Wow. Kobe Bufkin. That was pretty impressive right there. Back the other way comes Denver. Pickett turns the corner. What do we have there? Foul on Martin, I believe, trying to fight through a pick.
Foul number 42, Tyrese Martin.
Oh, it's going to be on Tyrese Martin. So that'll be Denver basketball on the side, and Pickett looks in. Pickett throws it in on top over to Strother. Back over to Pickett. Pickett gets a good pick from Kamagate. Takes a jumper. That one's good for Jalen Pickett. Nuggets are down by 4, 51-47. Here comes Kobe Buffkin. Buffkin has it the other way. He brings it back out over to the left hand. Throws it right side. Off over to Griffin. Griffin, AJ, throws skip pass over to Martin. Around the horn they go to Buffkin. Back over to Griffin and a three. Jumper short, no good. Rebound spiked out of bounds. Last touch by Atlanta. Denver basketball coming back the other way. Pickett has the inbound off over to Colin Gillespie. Colin Gillespie. Gillespie has it up the right sideline. It's kind of funny, right? He goes to the left hand, turns the corner, stops at the free throw line, spins at the dotted line, jumper is short and an air ball. Rebound comes down to Martin. Martin has it across the timeline here for Atlanta. He throws cross court in the corner. 3-pointers on the way by Buffkin. He knocked it home again. My goodness. Gillespie looks over at his bench like, we want to change something? We want to play? It's open here, so that means make it up as you go. Kamagate has it. He throws it away. It's deflected. Another turnover. Martin has it the other way. Shovel pass down low. They hand it off over to Cavangeli, and he's fouled on his way to the rim, and he'll go to the free throw line. And that'll be free throws coming up here for him. Foul's going to be on Peyton Watson. You know, folks, to be honest with you, when it comes to Summer League, we're all competitors. Obviously, you want to win, but if you talk to the coaches that will actually talk to you, they'll be like, let's just get some run in and let's get back to Denver where we can work on stuff with the coaching staff and not play other teams. So I really think this is the one time of the year where wins and losses don't really matter. Buffkin hits another three. And a timeout called by John Beckett, the head coach for the Denver Nuggets during the Summer League. Nuggets are down by 11 on the Altitude Radio Network.
The Dell Technologies Black Friday and July event starts now with limited quantity deals on top business PCs with Windows 11 Pro. Save on select Vostro laptops with built-in security features and select Latitude laptops with enhanced privacy, collaboration, and connectivity. Plus, get special financing with Dell Business Credit. Dell Technologies recommends Windows 11 Pro for business. Call a Dell Technologies advisor at 877-ASK-DELL. Offered to business customers by WebBank, who determines qualifications for and terms of credit.
Okay, next time you're at the store, I dare you to not think about the unmistakable fresh, clean scent of Irish Spring. Yeah, you heard me. I want you to resist picturing a shower filled with those sensational Irish Spring suds. And if you succeed, well, you got what my gramps used to call resolutitude. Not a real word, but let's be honest, you're probably going to end up leaving with Irish Spring because of its irresistible scent and because you have zero resolutitude. Pick up Irish Spring at Walmart today.
Fresh produce is the best produce. That's why at King Soopers, we invest in local farmers to bring you the freshest seasonal picks. So no matter how you shop, your local produce always tastes 100% fresh, or you get a 100% refund, guaranteed. King Soopers, fresh for everyone.
Our summer festival continues with a great deal on bone-in whole and bag pork shoulder roast. They're buy one, get one free with your card. King Soopers, fresh for everyone.
Live from Las Vegas, you're listening to Denver Nuggets NBA Summer League action on Altitude Sports Radio.
Hey, gang, check out VSiN, the Sports Betting Network on Altitude at 9:50 a.m. Get daily analysis, news, picks, and more from our friends at VSiN. If you want to become a smarter sports bettor, become a VSiN Pro subscriber for full access to betting guides, articles, and daily picks sent to your inbox at vsin.com/subscribe. Denver basketball out of the timeout. Gillespie has it. Crossover move, throws out of it on top. Strother three is up and in. Denver finally stops the leading there, and the Nuggets within 8 here, 58-50. Bufkin has it across the timeline. He's got it out there by Pickett. Bufkin throws it down low. Turnaround jump shot by Gay won't go. Rebound down to Denver. Gillespie has it up the right sideline here for the Nuggets. He turns on the decks. Dribble handoff, Pickett three. That one's short. Rebound down to Gay. Outlet pass off over to Martin. Martin brings it back out over to the point. He goes to the right hand, picks up his dribble. Back behind him, Bufkin. Hot hand. He's working now against Pickett. Throws out of it over to Martin. 9 on the shot clock. Martin turns the corner, lost the basketball. It's loose on the floor, picked up by Martin. Runner blocked. Loose ball comes down to Kamagate. Outlet pass, Gillespie. Front court, Watson. Down the lane he goes. Layup is off the window and no good. And a foul called on Atlanta. Excuse me.
Foul number 28, Keondu Kevin
Kevin Gile is on the foul. Free throws on the one. That one is up and in.
Back for Atlanta, number 27.
One more free throw coming up here for Peyton Watson. And that one's good. And the Nuggets within half a dozen. It's 58-52. And here comes Bufkin, who's had the hot hand here in the third quarter. He's across the timeline. Oh, they're going to call foul on Gillespie. Says the gentleman in the black pants and the gray shirt. That was a solid steal. Sims is going to come back in here for Denver. And Kamagate is going to come out. And here we go. Inbound goes over to Bufkin. Bufkin guarded by Peyton Watson. Step back, three. That one's short. Long rebound goes out of bounds. No, it was saved by Atlanta, but right to Denver. Strother has it in the front court. He gets it off over to Pickett. Pickett throws right side to Watson for a triple. It's way off the mark. Rebound comes down to Cavangeli. He gets it across the timeline over to Martin. Martin guarded by Peyton Watson. Watson right side to Krejci. Krejci bounce pass down low, but gets it right back. Krejci gets jumped, throws out of it to Martin for three. No good. Rebound tapped and then grabbed by Gay. Back behind him to Martin, now to Krejci. Krejci heels off to the high left side, guarded by Peyton Watson. He crosses him over, throws behind his back, but the player wasn't waiting for it. That was Cavangeli, and it goes out of bounds, and that'll be a turnover. Hunter Tyson going to come back into the game now here for Denver. And here comes Peyton Watson. Watson gets the inbound off over to Gillespie. Gillespie throws top of the key to Watson, back over to Gillespie. He gets down the lane, turns the corner. He's in the right-hand corner now. He's working against Cavangeli. Three-pointer Peyton off the left side, and it's going to go out of bounds. Atlanta basketball. Julian Strother, 29th pick Gonzaga. Jalen Pickett, 32nd pick Penn State. Hunter Tyson, 37th pick out of Clemson, are your three draft choices here for Denver this season. Bufkin has it. He goes to the point, guarded by Hunter Tyson, throws it out from the corner to Martin for three. Jumpers up and in. Man, this guy's having himself a game. He's got 15 in the basketball game. And here comes Peyton Watson the other way for Denver. Top of the key over to Strother. Back over to Peyton. Peyton goes to the right hand. Throws back behind him to Strother for three. That one rims out. Rebound down to Cavangeli. Outlet pass off over to Bufkin. Bufkin has it across the timeline. Gets down the lane. Forces a jumper. Got fouled.
Foul number 25, Amir Sims.
It's going to be on Amir Sims, and that'll be free throws coming up here for Bufkin.
And the line number 4, Kobe Buffkin.
Kobe Buffkin, 6'4" guard out of Michigan, played 2 years there. Free throw number 1 for him is up and in. He struggled mightily in his first NBA action on Friday against Sacramento. He had 8 points on 4 of 14 shooting, but he's much better tonight. He also had an 8-8-8 game on the stat sheet. That was his line in points, turnovers, and fouls. Remember, you get 10 fouls here in the first round of Summer League. Second free throw for him is up and in. And here comes Colin Gillespie. Less than 4 minutes to go in the third quarter. Gillespie has it across the timeline. Throws it off inside the arc over to Sims. Dribble handoff behind him to Watson. And it goes out of bounds, and it was last touched by Atlanta, so that'll be Denver basketball.
Back to the Hawks, number 10, Jarkel Joyner.
And here we go. Gillespie looks in. Shot clock at 12. Inbound goes to Strother. Strother back over to Gillespie. Gillespie goes to the left hand. Head fake on the jump shot. Throws out of it over to Strother. Strother backs up, takes a deep Curry three. That one misses short. Rebound comes down to Atlanta, and here comes Krejci. Krejci has it. Shovel pass off over to Gay. Back behind him now, it's Griffin. Back over to Gay. Pass is bobbled. Loose ball in the corner. Three-pointers on the way, and that one is short, no good. That one taken by Brady Manick. And Denver has a bucket on the other way. Sims put it up and in. And here comes Joyner. Joyner has it on the left side. He gets it on a flip back. Joyner puts it on the floor. He's in the paint. Bank shot is up and in. Tough shot, and he got it to the go. Gillespie has it up the right sideline. Pickett ready to come back in for Denver. Gillespie hands it off over to Peyton Watson. He turns the corner with the left hand. He'll take a jumper there. That one's good for Peyton Watson.
Peyton Watson.
Nuggets are down by 8, 64-56. Griffin has it up the right sideline. He's guarded out there by Strother. Slip pick by Krejci. Griffin throws it on the right side over to Gay. Back over to Griffin. Griffin dances at the three-point line. Takes a tough three. It's an air ball. Don't hurt anybody out there. Loose ball tap. Grabbed by Tyson. Outlet pass off over to Gillespie. Gillespie goes right at Krejci. Layup. Good. Not going to count. They say he traveled.
Timeout on the floor.
And a timeout on the floor. 2:12 left to go in the quarter. Denver's down by 8, 64-56 on the Altitude Radio Network.
Summertime in Colorado. Camping, fishing, hanging at the pool. Long family road trips, concerts at Red Rocks. Yeah, living the Colorado life keeps you busy. And the friendly folks at Johnson Auto Plaza understand all that. So they make sure to respect your time and listen to your needs so you can get back to living the Colorado dream. In the car of your dreams. It's just the way they do business. Always have, always will. I'm Alan Roach for the Johnson family and Johnson Auto Plaza. The Johnson crew prides themselves on a customer-focused approach that respects your time and your money. The Johnsons' focus has always been serving their customers and their community. And right now at Johnson Auto Plaza, get into a beautiful new Ram truck during the Make This the Summer event. Johnson Auto Plaza, your hometown dealer, where first-time buyers become lifetime customers every day. Just north of E470 on Highway 85, JohnsonAutoPlaza.com.
Bassett calls his own number. Takes on the shot.
Head out to Dick's Sporting Goods Park to watch the Colorado Rapids this summer as they host some of Major League Soccer's biggest opponents.
Jonathan Lewis fires, scores, second of the game.
You won't want to miss any of the action.
Rubio effort, hooks it to the right of Barsikowski. Diego Rubio says, thank you very much.
Get your tickets now for high energy action at ColoradoRapids.com.
Live from Las Vegas, you're listening to Denver Nuggets NBA Summer League action on Altitude Sports Radio.
The Hawks on top of the Denver Nuggets, 64-56. We have a little bit more than 2 minutes left to go in the quarter. And they throw it away. Atlanta does after the timeout. Cassius Stanley has it the other way here for Denver. Stanley gets a high pick there from Sims. Moves off of that. He gets down the lane, got bumped. And that's going to be a foul against Joyner.
Foul number 10, Darnell Joyner. At the line, number 18, Watson, shooting 2 shots. Correction, at the line, number 7, Cassius Stanley.
Cassius Stanley for Denver Nuggets. First free throw for him is up and in. Played 1 year at Duke, 54th overall pick by Indiana. Played 39 games for Rio Grande Valley Vipers, the G League last year. Second free throw for him goes up and in. And back the other way comes Krejci. Krejci has it up the left sideline. He throws it down on the elbow. Catch and go down the lane. They throw it off over to Manick. The layup is up and in, and a foul as well on Denver. So Manick gets that one to go.
Foul number 25, Amir Sims.
For the first time tonight, Miles Norris is into the game here for Atlanta. So Manick to the free throw line. Brady Manick, undrafted player out of Oklahoma, played 4 years there. He got the COVID year and played 1 year at North Carolina. Led the Hawks in scoring with 17 points against Sacramento and 18 minutes off the bench on Friday. So here comes Pickett. Pickett has it across the timeline. Pickett throws top of the key over to Sims. Sims at the point. Dribble handoff behind him over to Tyson. Tyson through the window to Sims. Hook shot, no good. Loose ball comes down to Denver. Back over to Tyson. He gets down the lane, leads in. Bank shot won't go. Rebound down to Manick. Outlet pass off over to Krejci. He gets past 2 defenders. The ball deflected from behind and out of bounds. Good hustle there by Denver. Mark Smith with the hustle play there for the Nuggets. The Atlanta basketball underneath. And here we go. Inbound goes over to Griffin. Baseline jump shot is short, no good. Rebound fought for. And it's going to be a jump ball between Mark Smith and Joyner. They're about same height for the most part. Let's see if somebody can steal one here or who can jump higher. Oh, yeah, it was stolen easily by Joyner. Joyner has it behind the three-point line. He stops on a dime, shoots a 16-footer, jumper is good. The bench likes the play by Joyner on both sides. Less than a minute to go. Pickett has it. He's on the high left side. Nuggets are down 11. Pickett stops at the nail. Throws back behind him over to Tyson. Hunter back to Sims. Back over to Pickett. Pickett goes to the left hand. He's guarded by Manick. Gets down the lane. Floater, no good. Rebound down to Manick. Outlet pass off over to Krejci. Krejci has it. Stutter step and a drive. He goes through the lane. Jump pass behind him to Manick. Down low. Dunk. 2 hands by Norris. Denver down by 13, 71-58. Remember back in the first quarter when I said this is a high-scoring game for the Summer League? Scratch that. Sims hands it off behind him. Over to Smith. Smith goes to the right hand. A whistle and a foul called against A.J. Griffin Jr. trying to fight through the pit.
Foul number 14, A.J. Griffin. At the line, number 25, Amir Sims.
So Amir Sims to the free throw line, also out of Clemson. Free throw number 1 for him is up and in. Undrafted, played all 4 years there. Played 45 games for Paris basketball in the Jeep Elite League last season. Played 3 games for the Knicks in Summer League last year. He also played 36 games for the Westchester Knicks of the G League last year. Joyner has it the other way. Tough 3, fighting the clock, missed it. Rebound comes down to Denver, and there's the horn. We got 3 quarters in the books. Nuggets are down by 11, 71-60. Fourth and final comes up next on the Altitude Radio Network.
Texting privacy policy and terms and conditions posted at textplan.us. Texting enrolls for recurring automated text marketing messages. Message and data rates may apply. Reply stop, opt out. Go to nomoredraftywindows.com for full offer details.
Attention all homeowners. Do you know when to replace your windows? Feeling too hot or cold? It's time to replace. Fog between the glass? Time to replace. Spending too much on expensive energy that literally goes out the window? It's definitely time to replace. If you've put off replacing windows in your home because it's too expensive, here's great news. You can now get a free in-home window consultation and free price quote from Renewal by Andersen, the company with the most 5-star reviews among leading full-service window replacement companies. And right now you can save $359 off every window and $887 off every door. Just text DOOR to 200-300 for your free consultation on top quality affordable windows or patio doors for $0 down, 0 payments, and 0 interest for a year. That's right, you don't pay a dime for an entire year. Plus save $359 off every window and $887 off every door. But hurry, these big dollar savings end this month. Text DOOR to 200-300 right now. Text the word DOOR to 200-300. Don't wait, text DOOR to 200-300.
Bassett calls his own number. Takes on the shot and scores the Rapids first goal.
Head out to Dick's Sporting Goods Park to watch the Colorado Rapids this summer as they host some of Major League Soccer's biggest opponents.
Jonathan Lewis fires, scores, second of the game.
You won't want to miss any of the action.
Rubio effort, hooks it to the right of Marcinkowski. Diego Rubio says, thank you very much.
Get your tickets now for high-energy action at coloradorapids.com.
Live from Las Vegas, you're listening to Denver Nuggets NBA Summer League action on Altitude Sports Radio.
Excuse me. Get ready to start the fourth quarter. Let's take 10 seconds for legal ID on the Altitude Radio Network.
KKSE-FM Broomfield, Denver. This is Denver Nuggets NBA on Denver's official home for Nuggets basketball. Altitude Sports Radio 92.5.
Well, if the Nuggets want to win this thing, they got their work cut out for them. They're down by 11 in a Summer League game. Remember, they shaved 2 minutes off of the game clock here because they fit so many games in one day. So there's only 10 minutes left for Denver to try and make up 11 points. And it's Atlanta basketball. Here comes Bufkin. Bufkin has it across the top line. Throws it on the high right side over to Krejci. Krejci. Oh, almost lost the basketball out of bounds. Picked up by Norris. Back out on top to Bufkin. 5 on the clock. He'll take a 3. That one misses. Rebound down to Stanley. That's Cassius Stanley. Stanley has it across the timeline. He goes to the right hand, gets down the lane, leans in, bank shot good, and a foul as well. Whistle against Manick.
Foul number 45, Brady Manick.
So Cassius Stanley to the free throw line for an and one here. Has 33 games of NBA experience, 24 for Indiana and 21, 9 for Detroit and 22. Career high 19 points against the Spurs back in January of 22. And here comes Atlanta back the other way. 3-point play converted. Bufkin has it on the high right side. He goes to the point. He's guarded out there by Pickett. Oh, he falls down, but he gets it off over to Krejci. Now Norris with the 3, and that one goes up. And I'm sorry, that was Lundy. Lundy knocked the 3-pointer home. And right just like that, Atlanta back up by 11. Pickett has it at the point. He throws right side over to Tyson. Tyson yet to take a 3. Now he does. Got it, and he rattled it home and got fouled as well. Man, his basketball IQ, like I was talking to Josh Kroenke about this. Well, in case you missed it, we did a interview with Josh Kroenke back in the first half. And I'm like, why do I love Hunter Tyson so much already? He's like, dude, his basketball IQ is out the roof. And I just have visions, people. See if you can follow me here. Of Nikola Jokic doing what he's doing. Jamal Murray, Colin Gillespie, Hunter Tyson in the corners, shooting threes. Here comes Krejci. Krejci gets down the lane. Layup is up and in. That puts the Hawks up by 9, 76-67.
Play again on the Hawks. Technical foul.
Yeah, and by the way, don't forget about Michael Porter Jr. at KCP while we're at it. Technical foul whistle against Atlanta. Hunter Tyson goes right to the free throw line. See what I mean? It's like, I got it. Don't worry about it. Technical free throw for Hunter. Up and in. Never hit rim. Now that'll be Atlanta basketball. They have to go the length of the floor. And here we go. Here comes Pickett. I'm sorry, Denver basketball, the length of the floor. Pickett has it across the timeline. I think that was a flop call. Pickett has it over to Tyson for three. That one banked no good. Long rebound comes down to Miles Norris. Outlet pass off over to Krejci. Krejci has it across the timeline. Dribbles past Stanley. Shovels it in the corner. Three-pointer Lundy. That one misses. Rebound comes down to Stanley. Stanley has it across the timeline. Stanley has it. Stutter step and a drive to the elbow. Picks up his dribble, and it's deflected out of bounds by Krejci. Well, don't cuss. You just got to gather it, Victor. Just got to pick it up, bro.
In on the game for the Nuggets, number 21, Colin Gillespie, and number 8, Peyton Watson.
Peyton Watson and Gillespie come back in. Mark Smith goes out. Jalen Pickett will trigger it in here for the Nuggets. Pickett gets it into Hunter Tyson. Back over to Pickett. Turns the line, leads in, layup. Oh, it's a dunk attempt there by Sims. Or is that Kamagate? Oh, yeah, it's Kamagate. There's going to be a foul whistled against Atlanta. And Ismael Kamagate will go to the free throw line here for Denver. We've talked about him a bunch in these first two games. Out of France, draft and stash, 22 years young, 46 overall picked by Detroit. Free throw number 1 for him is up and in. Only starter with positive plus minus in that opener against Milwaukee was a +2. Played 54 games for the elite team in elite league in Paris. Played 5 games for Denver last year in the summer league. 2022 French League Defensive Player of the Year, had 9 blocks in a game, and he was a member of the French national team that finished second in the under-17s back in 2018. Back the other way is Atlanta. Here comes Bufkin. Driving a dish back behind him. Three-pointer Norris. That one rattles out. Rebound down to Peyton Watson. Taken away by Manick. Gets it back down low. Back over to Manick. Bobbled the pass. Puts it up and in. Nugget lead. The Hawks lead is at 8, 78-70. Gillespie has it. Throws it off in the corner over to Pickett. Back over to Gillespie and a three. Good! Gillespie! And a timeout called by Atlanta. Colin Gillespie, 5 of 6 from downtown. Oh, I'm sorry, that wasn't a timeout. That was the ball just got away. And here comes Bufkin the other way. Nuggets within striking distance here. They're only down by 5. Bufkin has it, bottom part of the midcourt circle. Throws it right side. Krejci 3. That one's good. Got it right back. And here comes Peyton Watson. Watson, good pick there by Kamagate. Driving it in the corner to Gillespie for 3. That one's off the back of the rim and no good. Rebound comes down to Lundy. Lundy, outlet pass off over to Krejci. Krejci has it. Throws it back over to Lundy. Deep 3. Good. Boy, the 3 ball tonight. Let's take a look at that thing. They're 14 of 32 from downtown. Denver 11 of 25. What is that, 57 three-pointers taken? Jump shot by Watson won't go. Rebound down to Krejci again. Krejci has it. Turns on the Jets. Euro step. Has this pass deflected. Almost stolen by Gillespie. Loose ball down to Manick and a 3. Good! Well, there's your storyline if you needed one. Denver can't stop the three ball. Nuggets are down by 14. It's Atlanta's big lead of the night. Timeout Denver on the Altitude Radio Network.
Fresh produce is the best produce. That's why at King Soopers, we invest in local farmers to bring you the freshest seasonal picks. So no matter how you shop, your local produce always tastes 100% fresh, or you get a 100% refund, guaranteed. King Soopers, fresh for everyone.
Our summer festival continues with a great deal on bone-in whole and bag pork shoulder roast. They're buy one, get one free with your card. King Soopers, fresh for everyone.
Do you have Colorado Medicaid or CHIP? Have you moved, changed your phone number or email in the last 3 years? Get ready for eligibility reviews by making sure the state can reach you. Go to keepcocovered.com to learn how to update your contact preferences. Don't risk a gap in your health coverage. Keepcocovered.com. Brought to you by the Department of Healthcare Policy and Financing and the Colorado Broadcasters Association.
The Dell Technologies Black Friday in July event starts now with limited quantity deals on top business PCs with Windows 11 Pro. Save on select Vostro laptops with built-in security features and select Latitude laptops with enhanced privacy, collaboration, and connectivity. Plus, get special financing with Dell Business Credit. Dell Technologies recommends Windows 11 Pro for business. Call a Dell Technologies advisor at 877-ASK-DELL. Offered to business customers by WebBank, who determines qualifications for and terms of credit.
Live from Las Vegas, you're listening to Denver Nuggets NBA Summer League action on Altitude Sports Radio.
We have 6:28 left to go here in Summer League game number 2, and the Nuggets are down by 14 points. And it'll be Denver basketball out of the timeout. And here we go. Amir Sims gets it in over to Colin Gillespie. Gillespie playing much better than he did in the first game. Bounce pass inside the arc over to Sims. Back behind him to Pickett. Pickett turns the corner. Now backs up to the three-point line. Guarded by a center. Oh, he got fouled by him. Missed the jump shot, but he'll go to the free throw line. I'll just give you Kaz's version of the scouting report here. Pickett kind of reminds me of Eric Bledsoe a little bit, kind of a bully point guard. Hunter Tyson can shoot. Think Kyle Korver. Free throw by Pickett is up and in. Hey, Malone, you could just put those headsets on, bro. I mean, we can get this out of the way. Second free throw by Pickett is up and in. Hey, we're joined
by... Hello, boys and girls.
Hey, we haven't done an interview since we used to do trivia back in the day, man.
Cos, it's been a minute, buddy. It's been a minute. Thanks for finally inviting me back on.
Hey, first of all, you got your dad got a huge award at halftime. I thought it was an awesome moment. Tell the 17 people listening what that award was all about.
It's actually 15 because my wife and daughter are out of town. I tell you, it was the NBCA, the Coaches Association, honors an assistant coach every year. And the award's named after Tex Winter, who was Phil Jackson's longtime assistant coach. And for my father to be recognized by his peers, it's just a tremendous achievement and honor. And he couldn't be here tonight, so to be here and accept it on his behalf, it's been a great summer for the Malones, and tonight was another part of that.
Hey, you know what? You and I haven't even traded texts. We haven't talked. But, I mean, I'm sure you've been asked this a million times, but I'd get kicked out of broadcast school if I don't ask you this. How great was that championship? I mean, what was going through your mind, Coach?
It was unbelievable, obviously. And to be here for 8 years and to get to know people who have been waiting for 47 years for the Nuggets to win their first world championship and to see it come to fruition, to beat the Heat, and the parade was just incredible. I like parades. That was a lot of fun. I saw a great article right after my daughter showed me. It said Nikola Jokic is the MVP of the NBA. Malone is the MVP of the parade.
Put that in your pipe
and smoke it. Yes.
No, I mean, if you think about it, Coach, when you started doing this thing, your goal number one was to change the culture, and now we're fast forwarding 8 years later. And by the way, for the people listening to the game, you're not missing much. Fast forward 8 years later, we're talking. I mean, I've heard the word dynasty thrown around. Now, everybody better pump their brakes a little bit. But I mean, just talk about how different it is from year one to year 8.
It's been, you know what the best part about it, Kaz, is that it's been a journey. We haven't skipped any steps. Ownership, Mr. Kroenke, Josh Kroenke have shown tremendous patience. Guys like Tim Connolly and Calvin Booth in the front office have been tremendous. But to build it ground up, to build it organically, and to see it become what it became is just, hopefully it becomes a blueprint for the NBA. Like, everybody wants instant gratification. If you want to win a world championship, you got to pay your dues. You got to work for it. And we're
damn right.
And we're finally healthy. I think that's such an important part of it, to have Jamal Murray back, to have Michael Porter back, to go along with the best player in the world in Nikola Jokic. Aaron Gordon was tremendous. KCP and Bruce Brown, 2 new players. It was just such a great group to be around on a daily basis.
Nuggets are down by 10, 4:15 left to go in the basketball game. What do you get out of Summer League? What is this? Does this teach you anything?
You know, I came here to accept the award for my father.
Right.
That was priority number one. But I also wanted to make sure I spent some time with Julian, Jalen, Hunter, support Colin Gillespie, and all these guys. Our coaching staff, John Beckett, first time he's coaching Summer League. I just want to see if, are guys competitors? Are they grinders? Are they workers? Do they have toughness? Those are the things. Those are the intangibles that I look for. So, and then the second part of it for me, Kaz, is down to my left. You have a KCP here. Right. Aaron Gordon's here. Michael Porter, Reggie Jackson.
Christian Brown was here the other game.
He's here tonight. So to have a bunch of our guys here supporting, I think also speaks highly of the culture and camaraderie that we have as a group.
I know you're a competitor, Coach, but do wins and losses matter? One coach once told me that this is kind of a sick thing to say, but the sooner we can lose and get out of Summer League, the better, because then we can bring our own guys in and we can start coaching them. Is there any truth to that?
I wouldn't say I agree with all of that, but Summer League is not just about winning games. Summer League is about getting your guys, acclimating them to a system, the NBA, getting them used to our terminology and our identity. So now you're getting a jump start on September and preseason and the regular season. So we don't judge it based solely on wins and losses. We base it on a lot of other things.
But nowadays, like the NBA, and by the way, the score's still the same since I last told you what it was, 89-79, now 3.5 left to go in the game. But nowadays, the NBA, I remember the old days when, like, if you sucked, you were done April 15th, and you wouldn't see anybody until the preseason began. But that's not true anymore, Coach. I mean, this is almost year-round anymore, right?
People always say, hey, how was your off-season? I said, there is no off-season.
Yeah.
And Jeff Van Gundy, who hired me 20-plus years ago in New York, he said the goal in the NBA is to have a short summer. Our last game against Miami was June 15th, I believe. A week later was the draft.
5 days later.
A week later, free agency opened up, and then here we are in Vegas again.
Right,
and it's like, so it's things happen quickly, but yeah, there's something going on every part of the season. August used to be the one month that I really enjoyed because things would calm down before the storm after Labor Day. But that's a part of it. You got to change with the NBA and all that comes with it.
Well, then on top of that, if you're not doing it, then you're not doing it, right? Then everybody else is catching you.
Yeah, and you always want to be ahead of them. You don't want to play catch-up in this business. So I think, luckily for me, I have a tremendous coaching staff. I give those guys a lot of responsibility, and they can help me because I got to make sure that I'm taking time away to recharge and get ready for a challenging season where everybody, all 82 games, we know we're going to get everybody's best because they're coming after the champs.
Well, Coach, I appreciate the few minutes here. I'm so happy and so proud of you, and I can't imagine what it's like to be a head coach of a world championship, but I can tell you what it's like to be a play-by-play guy of one. So I appreciate your time, man.
Guys, you're the best. Great being on with you, man. And we'll have to get together back at Sitting Bull Saloon, baby.
We'll for sure do that. There he goes. Head coach Michael Malone joins us here in the broadcast. Almost a shot clock violation by Atlanta. Put back by Martin goes up and in. And now the Atlanta Hawks are back in the lead by 14, 93-79. I think they owe us one more timeout here. Tyson has it, throws back behind him over to Pickett. Pickett back on top over to Tyson. Tyson goes to the right hand, gets down the lane. Layup is up and in. 93-81 is the score. Denver down by 12. Just a shade over 2 minutes left to go in the basketball game. Bufkin has it right side of the midcourt circle, guarded by Gillespie. Oh, Gillespie pokes it away. They're going to call a touch foul on Collin. So says number 79, the gentleman in the black pants and the gray shirt. And there's our final timeout, hopefully, of the evening. 2:02 left to go in the basketball game. Denver's down by 12 on the Altitude Radio Network.
If you have Health First Colorado, Colorado's Medicaid program, or Child Health Plan Plus, also known as CHIP, eligibility reviews are resuming. Have you changed your phone number or email address in the last 3 years? Have you moved? It's important we're able to reach you. Go to keepcocovered.com to learn how to update your contact information. Get notified when it's your time to renew by updating your communication preferences. Some members will be automatically renewed. Others will receive renewal paperwork that must be completed, signed, and returned right away. If you need help completing your paperwork, contact your county Human Services Department. Don't risk a gap in your health coverage. Learn more at keepcocovered.com. Brought to you by the Department of Healthcare Policy and Financing and the Colorado Broadcasters Association.
The growth of Rad Diversified has been incredible. My name is Dutch Mendenhall, CEO and co-founder at Rad Diversified. While the market continues to plummet, we continue to deliver incredible results for our investors through our diverse and lucrative portfolio of real estate and cash flowing investment. In less than 3 years, the value at Rad REIT has more than doubled. See what makes us rad at raddiversified.com today. That's RAD diversified.com.
Live from Las Vegas, you're listening to Denver Nuggets NBA Summer League action on Altitude Sports Radio.
It's NBA 2K24, baby. 2:02 left to go in the basketball game. Hawks are on top of the Nuggets here at 93-81. Denver's going to fall to 0-2 in the first two games, but it's Summer League, so who cares? It's Bufkin, he has it. Denver jumps him, throws out of it. Right side over to Krejci, now in the corner. Over to Martin. Oh, stripped out of his hands and out of bounds. Good play there by Pickett. I'm sorry, that was Lundy who lost it out of bounds. He got his pocket pick clean there by Pickett. Inbound to Pickett, right back over to Colin Gillespie, who's basically running point guard here for Denver through the first two games of Summer League. Gillespie has it left side over to Hunter Tyson. He has a gap, gets down the lane, up and under, layup won't go, and he got fouled. And that'll put Hunter Tyson to the free throw line.
Now the line number 4, Hunter Tyson.
They'll get a couple of them.
Going to test with him at 10.
Free throw number 1 for him is on the way, and that one is up and in. Hunter Tyson tonight, 3 of 8 shooting, 1 of 3 from downtown. He's in double figures again, second game in a row for him. He's got 10. Cassius Stanley has 10. Gillespie 16, Pickett 14, and Peyton Watson 12. And those are your Nuggets in double figures. Inbound goes over to Martin. Outlet pass off over to Bufkin. Bufkin has it in the front court to Krejci. Krejci gets it off over to Martin. Martin, left side, gets it over to Lundy. Alley-oop down low over to Krejci. Kick out 3, Martin. He backs it up, wants to kill more time off the clock. Crossover move, drives in on Peyton Watson. Left-handed layup is up and in. That guy's going to be a gamer. He's pretty good. Up the left sideline is Gillespie. Gillespie goes baseline, throws it off down low to Pickett. Kick out 3, Strother. Short, no good. Dogged home. Hunter Tyson cleaning up the junk. Nuggets are down by 10, 1 minute left to go. Krejci has it. Top of the key over to Bufkin. Bufkin working there against Peyton Watson. He goes to the right hand. He's got a gap. He gets down the lane, lost the basketball out of bounds. Good play there by Hunter Tyson. And here we go. 45 seconds left to go in game number 2. Gillespie, dribble handoff over to Strother. Strother back over to Hunter Tyson. 3. Money. Kid can shoot. Difference between game and shot clock is 13 seconds. Inbound goes over to Lundy. Back over to Martin. Now to Bufkin. Back over to Martin. Now they got a breakaway. Lundy down the lane. Reverse side layup is up and in. Denver applying backcourt pressure. Didn't get a steal and got burned. Peyton Watson has it the other way. He gets down the lane. Leans in. Left-handed layup good. And a foul as well on Gay.
Foul number 18, Muhammad Gay. At the line, number 8, Peyton Watson.
And Peyton Watson will get a couple of them here, and one free throw. Leading scorer for Denver tonight is Gillespie, 16. And once again, Hunter Tyson, 16. I don't think they thought that was going to happen. Oh, there's a pass picked off by Pickett. He throws it away, though. Try to dump it off down low, and Gillespie fouls. Bufkin coming back the other way with 17.8 seconds to go.
Foul number 24, Jalen Pickett.
And Krejci will look in. Veit Krejci. Inbound goes to Gay. Gay has it back over to Krejci, and a whistle and a touch foul called on Denver. Guess we want to extend this game a little bit more.
At the line for the Hawks, number 18, Muhammad Gay.
Muhammad Gay to the free throw line. He'll get a couple of them. Shot clock is turned off. 15 seconds left to go. Free throw number 1 is up and in. Second free throw's up. That one misses. Rebound down to Hunter Tyson. Tyson quickly up the floor. Gets it off over to Pickett. He gets down the lane. Leans in. Layup good. 8.5 seconds left to go for Atlanta. What? Why would you? I thought they called. Oh, delay a game warning with 8.5 seconds to go. Come on, black pants, gray shirt guy. Here we go. Inbound goes to Krejci. Krejci throws it back off over to Martin. Loops it in the front court over to Gay. 3 seconds left, 2 and 1, and there's the horn. The Denver Nuggets fall to 0-2 in the... Wait a minute. They call a foul? A side out for Denver? You're down by 5, 22. Black shirts and gray shirt. Black shorts and black pants and gray shirt. With 0.8 left. Gillespie from half court. Almost made it at the horn. Now it's officially over. Denver falls to 0-2 in the NBA 2K24. They lose tonight to Atlanta 98-93. We'll take a timeout, and we'll get you back to the normally scheduled broadcasting when we come back in a moment on the Altitude Radio Network.
Altitude Sports Radio, the station for all Denver sports. We now join our previously scheduled program already in progress.
Texting privacy policy and terms and conditions posted at textplan.us. Texting enrolls for recurring automated text marketing messages. Message and data rates may apply or play stopped, opt out. Go to nomoredraftywindows.com for full offer details.
Attention all homeowners. Do you know when to replace your windows? Feeling too hot or cold? It's time to replace. Fog between the glass. Time to replace. Spending too much on expensive energy that literally goes out the window? It's definitely time to replace. If you've put off replacing windows in your home because it's too expensive, here's great news. You can now get a free in-home window consultation and free price quote from Renewal by Andersen, the company with the most 5-star reviews among leading full-service window replacement companies. And right now you can save $359 off every window and $887 off every door. Just text DOOR to 200-300 for your free consultation on top quality affordable windows or patio doors for $0 down, 0 payments, and 0 interest for a year. That's right, you don't pay a dime for an entire year. Plus save $359 off every window and $887 off every door. But hurry, these big dollar savings end this month. Text DOOR to 200-300 right now. Text the word DOOR to 200-300. Don't wait, text DOOR to 200-300.
Are you turning a little bit here, Arnie? Are you starting to believe in the Mets?
No, they lost their last two before winning 6 in a row, and it's just not going to happen. They don't have enough. I keep thinking maybe they're going to take a run at things, but I mean, you still got how many games left? You still got about 70 games, so still a long way to go. It's possible, especially with the wild cards and all that, but it's just not going to happen. There's just too much right now going on with them.
Were you shocked to see that I started with baseball, by the way?
I thought,
seeing that we were, but anyway, Arnie had brought up any value there, Alex, and we wanted to make sure we got you on a better phone line because you just got so much juice. But where is that value? Could there be some value there in a wild card play?
Yeah, I mean, we're looking at a team that won 100 year, and the starting pitching is bottom 5. I imagine it'll correct itself. So on the board right now, and again, away with the East, depending where you shop, they're already minus 20,000. I'm running out of zeros. I'm triple checking my stigmatism here. The Mets are plus 20. You can forget about that. But in this wild card, Miami's playing above their head. No one saw this out of Arizona, and I don't believe in San Francisco. So I think Padres and the Mets. So the Padres actually, I said this on my Moneyline Monaco pod over the weekend, they're a plus 350. The Mets are plus 400. I don't know how you don't wrinkle on that. That's just them to make the playoffs. So with 3 months left, this payroll, I imagine they play much worse. They got to hit some sort of stride here, right? I mean, and these teams are going to taper off, I believe, in Arizona. Could be wrong. I could be wrong. But you have to take the value just on 4-1 alone when we're laying juice before the season starts.
Yeah, you know, it's interesting. We're counting down to the start of the NFL preseason, and Arnie always likes to joke the preseason is the free season. I feel like, Alex, we're in a little bit of a void right now with NFL news. But with that in mind, we're monitoring 2 guys right now, Dalvin Cook and DeAndre Hopkins. Do either one of those guys sway a team's over-under in your mind? Could Dalvin Cook potentially with Miami or New York, or say DeAndre Hopkins in New England, could that change the way, are these game changers, if you will, for a couple of franchises?
I think, you know, as far as win totals, you mentioned New York, or are you talking Jets with no Saquon at the moment?
Well, that's actually a pretty good question. I probably wouldn't lean more towards the Jets with some of those rumors, but you never want to count out the Giants either because there's just no real running back depth there, and Cook could give it to him.
Yeah, well, look, I mean, I got some Giant stuff in front of me that's awfully hard to ignore. I mean, this is touchdown percentage team in the league and second and fewest turnovers at less than 1 per game. This is what Dable brings that's hard to cap at the sports book, right? He was number 1 as the against the spread 13-4 coach in the league. They were 7-1 on the road covering. So I'm looking at 7.5 wins Giants. And it's interesting. I don't know if either of you guys are New Yorkers, but in that, it's a New York Giants town, I would say, as far as pressure because of what the Jets, you know, or lack thereof, have done over the last couple decades. But this year, all the pressure. So here's the Giants, and they kind of not fly the radar, so to speak, but just not have the normal all eyes on them in town mode. They picked Darren Waller. His 15 tug, 5 interception out. Very low number, but then I'm asking him to go out and do what most of the quarterbacks in this league do. It's just all scheme there, and we'll see Waller and a couple of these guys they added. I don't know what happens with this. Who are your Cook and D-Hop? if they land someone like that, 1.5 to 8.5. I mean, I don't know how 7.5 wins right now, honestly.
Hey, listen, Alex, we're going to let you go, man. I hope we get a chance to talk again soon. We appreciate your time and hope you enjoyed that Padres-Mets game today. Always a pleasure, man. At Alex_Monaco, and check him out on the Volume Podcast Network. Good stuff. Just we are fighting that phone line, and when you get in a bad cell, sometimes you can't get out of it. I blame Ramos. It's all John Ramos' fault.
Thanks.
All right, listen, Steve DeSager is in the house with everything going on in the world of sports from the TireRack.com studios. What's going on, Steve?
Hello, gentlemen. And by the way, Mr. Vermont, I see in the forecast thunderstorms pretty much every day for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Flooding possible tonight. What is going on there?
We're getting a little rain tonight. It was good. It's not like 115 degrees like we're used to in Arizona. So it's nice, cool. I love it.
I read 117 next weekend in Vegas, just for the record. Mexico is going to be in the Gold Cup semis in Vegas on Wednesday against Jamaica, which won its quarterfinal today. The U.S. will be in a semifinal Wednesday in San Diego against Panama on FS1. The Americans somehow advanced, winning a Gold Cup quarterfinal tonight on penalty kicks against Canada, 3-2. The Americans did outshoot him for the game 21-5, but trailed in overtime, but retied the game late in the OT on an own goal. Thank you very much. The Gold Cup is the championship for our region of the world. The final will be at the Ram Stadium in Inglewood, California next Sunday. U.S. women's soccer won its final exhibition before taking off tonight for the Women's World Cup down under in New Zealand. 2-0 today's final over Wales, thanks to 2 late goals in San Jose for Trinity Rodman. Australia is also co-host of this upcoming Women's World Cup on FS1 and Fox TV, but the 3 U.S. group matches are in New Zealand. At Wimbledon, number 1 Iga Swiatek advanced to the quarterfinals, saving 2 match points. Number 4 seed Jessica Pegula of the U.S. won easily, and she won her doubles match with Coco Gauff. Men's number 2 Novak Djokovic will conclude his match tomorrow after winning the first 2 sets in tiebreaks. They've had a ton of rain at Wimbledon in England this week. Number 1 Carlos Alcaraz plays tomorrow. American Francis Tiafoe's out, just lost in straight sets. Cameron Smith won the LIV Golf event in London. Sepp Straka took the PGA tournament in Illinois after a final round 62. Allison Corpuz from Hawaii won the U.S. Women's Open. Most NFL veterans report to training camp in just over 2 weeks. NASCAR was at a rain-shortened race in Atlanta tonight. Victory for William Byron, his 4th of the year. NBA Summer League started Friday. It'll go through July 17th. Center Victor Wembanyama of the Spurs, in a loss to Portland tonight, had 27 points in 27 minutes. MLB is now on All-Star break. Pittsburgh got a 4-2 win at Arizona. Saved to All-Star David Bednar, his 17th. His ERA for the first half of the season, 1.27. Pirates in the win column. They had lost